Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a company called BOOSH Foods. It's looking good because this company is a plant-based food company. And hey, you know me, I'm always looking for companies of the future, like EV companies, semiconductor companies, tech, space, AI, etc. Plant-based, we know as well, that's the direction most food is going. So this company, yes, they do plant-based food, non-GMO, gluten-free, bunch of green flags there. And guess what? If you want to eat healthy, you think, I just have to eat spinach and a tomato like you're an iguana. No, you don't have to be an iguana. You could be a regular person because this is comfort food. You could eat things like mac and cheese and shepherd's pie. It's looking good. So not only are things super tasty, they're healthy because it's plant-based. Their goal is to make plant-based foods more accessible for everyone. Because when you go into the market, there's a little section, a little tiny section for plant-based vegan foods. You got your tofu, your Beyond Meat foods, small section. They want to expand, and they're actually doing very impressive work. They've actually grown quite rapidly in a short period of time, a lot of achievements. So we're going to dig into that as well. I'm going to talk about exactly what they do, the stores they're in, the products they have, and what this company is all about. So let's dig right into these guys. The tickers on the Canadian exchange ticker, they got a good one. VEGI. On the OTC markets, ticker is VGGIF. So when I mentioned they've made a lot of achievements in such a short period of time, 18 months to be exact, here's a few achievements the company was able to complete. Establish distribution to over 375 notable retailers, introduce award-winning products, place 6 nutritionally balanced frozen plant-based meals already on the shelves, introduce 3 tasty plant-based heat and eat refrigerated meals in July of 2021. So before we keep going, this is a 2-part video. Like I was saying, the first part is going to be a dive into the company. The second part will be an analysis of the actual stock. So if you want to see that, if this company intrigues you, click the subscribe and you'll be notified when I post part 2 of this company, of the analysis of where I think the stock's going to go. I'll do a bullish and I'll do a bearish scenario. Always stay transparent. Whether you're investing in the company or not, always know the direction it's going to potentially move on the bullish and bearish sides. So the first thing you want to know when investing in a company is how big is the market space? What is the potential that this company can possibly grow? So obviously food, everyone eats it, everyone needs it. They need to make this food appealing to the average person, so they buy it. And they get into these plant-based products. The plant-based food industry is gaining heat. UBS projects the plant-based food industry to skyrocket from $5 billion to $85 billion in less than a decade. So that is quite the massive jump, and I do think that is very achievable and possible. Curious to see how this all plays out, but it feels like it's kind of inevitable. We know it's going to go that direction. There just might be bumps in the roadway while we are navigating to the inevitable, where plant-based foods are maybe possibly going to be the new mainstream. You might not be eating a steak at a restaurant. It might be a steak made of spinach. So this company did start out in Canada. We'll go into how they're looking to move into the US markets. But let me read these statistics here. Canada isn't just any plant-based market either. Many Canadians indicate that they plan to move to plant-based diet, and retail sales have already reflected this trend. Retail sales of meat substitutes in Canada could reach 226 million by 2022. So this is an interesting part while I was diving into this company. Canada is also a global leader in plant protein, investing 950 million in its supercluster initiative, an intense business activity made up of companies, academic institutions, and nonprofit organizations that boost innovation and growth in a particular industry, with protein industries, Canada being one of the 5 sector recipients. 950 million designated to the protein industry. Now, BOOSH Foods has teamed up with Beyond Meat, which I love. I've traded Beyond Meat so much. I've eaten Beyond Meat many times. The company has an alliance with them. So obviously they're a well-known giant, alternative meat giant, and a distribution deal with Unify, one of the world's largest natural food distributors. So they're making moves and they're talking to the big guys. So they're willing to play ball to grow their company. Now, a little bit about the team before we dive deeper into this company. Seasoned CEO Jim Pakulis is leading the company, who has significant market experience. He is joined by an award-winning president, Connie Marples, who also founded the company. Recently, customer-focused natural food veteran with over 20 years in the food sector, Ali Samiai, joined the team. Hopefully I said that right. So a little bit more about Connie Marples, the founder. And listen, whenever you research a company that you're looking to invest in or possibly learn about, do a deep dive in, etc., you want to know their background. It's like a job interview. Let me see your resume. It's the same thing. What have they done? So Connie Marples has experience in fine dining, sales, promotions, marketing. She's a seasoned entrepreneur in those fields. Connie is quickly becoming known as a leader and innovator in the plant-based food industry and recently won the 2020 BC Food and Beverage Rising Star Award as a result of her successes with BOOSH. So it's nutritionally balanced, family-based comfort food, 100% plant-based, non-GMO, gluten-free, less sodium and sugar than most competitors. Now, this is something I'm interested in because when I go down the frozen food section at the supermarket, the sodium is through the roof. It's through the roof. 3,000, 4,000 milligrams of sodium. What are you doing? Like, I don't even need salt in my food. I'll add my own salt. I understand it might be a preservative. Just back it off a little bit. Back it off. Here's their product line, bowls and entrees. Looks good. The mac and cheese is probably what I would go for. Or maybe the Mexican fiesta if I'm looking to have a party. Then they have bigger ones, entrees for 2. I guess these are bowls for 1. Entrees for 2. They have the hearty shepherd's pie and the rustic veggie pot pie. Both look good. A little mushroom action in there. They also have the BOOSH pouches, hitting all those points. Competitive analysis with the other competing businesses that are in the, looks like the frozen food sections. So now I want to take a look at the supermarkets that are selling these products. Are there any? Is there just one? Is it just one mom and pop shop down the street? Let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Whole Foods. We all know Whole Foods. 40-year-old supermarket chain. They're selling their products there, looking good. IGA, this is a smaller one, I believe. Many of the stores operate as small town markets and belong to families that manage them. Awesome 5,000 store locations around the world. Safeway there listed at. Metro. Nestor's Market. I don't know what this one is. What's this about? It's an award-winning neighborhood grocery store and food group and the intention of growing the banner throughout the Western Canada. Oh, it's Canadian. Okay. Thrifty Foods. Nature's Fair Markets. Highland Farms. 49th Parallel Grocery, Fairway Market, Vince's, Natural Food Pantry, Vegan Supply, Spud. So they're selling their products at a lot of different supermarkets here, so that's good. And they are still steadily expanding. So let's look at the national and global expansion because they are tapping into the U.S. markets. Canada is not the only market creating a dent in the plant-based industry. The company has seen outstanding growth in distribution retailers as 225 out of 365 retailers were added within the last 6 months. This is largely due to their partnership with Brandseed Marketing as their Canadian broker. It won't stop there with plans to expand into the U.S. BOOSH Plant-Based Brands has retained the services of the award-winning nationally recognized premier food broker Thrive Sales as their United States representatives. This allows BOOSH the opportunity to reach an additional 40,000 grocery stores. So like I said, they are still looking to expand, tap into the U.S. markets. So if you live in Canada, try these guys out and tell me what you think. Give it a try. Post in the comments if you can. Tell me if it's good. Leave a little review in the comments because I'm curious. The only plant-based food I had was this Burger King Whopper. And it was good. I actually bought both of them. I bought the regular Whopper and the plant-based Whopper, and I couldn't tell the difference. I actually preferred the plant-based. Now, this was a sponsored video, so as always, do your own research, your own DD. This is not financial advice. I just like to give my opinion about these companies when they reach out to me because they need to get the word out there that they even exist. And that's where I come in. I like to give as much information as I can about the company, disclose everything. I also do the bullish and bearish scenarios, and I'm very transparent with the companies that I'm talking about. If you want more information about the company, click the link in the description to learn more. So post in the comments. Let me know if you were able to try these guys out and if they're good. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you want to get notified when that second part of that video comes out, I also do videos on all different stocks, popular stocks, small stocks, crypto as well. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe if you want. If not, that's fine. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, by hitting that button though, it's going to get you a little bit closer to retiring young.